on the dotted line. Let Philadelphia freedom ring and patriotic voices sing. Red, white, blue, never give up. You represent America!
Hoping and praying for a brighter day. I listen to my heart and I obey. How can I see it any other way? I'm looking at life with my own eyes.
Karma is an ancient belief that a person's actions will affect their experiences in the future. Good deeds will lead to positive experiences, and bad behavior will eventually span negative consequences. This notion is very prevalent in society, and on the railroads too. Sometimes engines tease each other over mishaps, brag about their locomotive type, disposition, top speed, or anything related.
It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, bye, love.
Or even go as far as making mistakes with their assignments, which can lead to disastrous outcomes.
Bye, love.
This is noticeable with 3 locomotives in particular. Ben is an NSGP-60. While he means well and tries to work hard, he's a slow learner and he tends to be cheeky and clumsy. He frequently works with Bridget, a GP-38-2, who, while a little more sensible than Ben, can also act cheeky by picking up on Ben's habits.
You think you're so illustrious, you call yourself intense.
And here we have Eli, an SD-80 mech. He commonly works on coal drags, including ones from the South Fork Secondary. He displays some common sense when doing his job, but he too acts silly and cheeky, mostly by taunting his enemies, and on some occasions his friends, or by joking about things that shouldn't be joked about. Bye, love. Like Ben, he often gets on the nerves of his friends.
Substitution, mass confusion, nothing's had your head. We're fighting all my energies until your wheels are dead. With your eyes porcelain and a blue, they shock me innocence.
One day in June 2012, Ben was pulling a local when he had a red signal.
Aw, oh, come on! Why do we have a red signal?
Well, Ben, local has priority. Every dog has its day, and it's my turn to have mine. In less than a half hour, I'll be running alongside the beautiful Yoffie River from McKeesport all the way to Confluence.
Who does he think he is? Teasing me over a red signal? Well, Ben, isn't that what you do sometimes? Oh, I guess it is. But that still doesn't mean he has to pull off that crap! You're about to get a taste of karma, my friend. Karma? What the heck is that?
You're fizzing me, right? You're putting me in a carbonated drink and fizzing me. You're telling me you haven't heard that word before?
I don't think.
Well, it's a little something the Hindus and the Buddhists believed in. Your actions today will come back for you.
Is that good or bad?
It can be either. I have a story for you. Last year, I was taking an empty coal train from Baltimore to Lock Haven, PA, on a cold, rainy evening when we stopped at a red signal at the Gunpowder River interlocking. When I looked over, I saw a lost dog, a border collie, all cold and lonely. Oh, That poor thing. Left out here to suffer in the cold rain?
Hey, Lily, what's happening?
It was the most emotional thing I saw that day. I'd never forgive myself if I let that poor thing suffer. Come on. It's okay. We're not gonna hurt you.
Hey, Lily, our signal's green. Let's highball.
Wait a minute.
You're gambling our time, you know.
You know what? I could be gambling. This poor dog's life.
That's what's happening? You're rescuing that cute dog?
Yes.
I am so sorry. Please, take your time.
Good boy. Come on, let's go for a ride.
I'm proud of you, Lily.
I had a pup like this when I was a young boy, still living in Claymont.
So my crew picked him up, put him in my cab, wrapped him in blankets, and then when we stopped at Wilmington later, we called the nearest animal shelter. I'm happy to say that he's reunited with his owner, and when the lady found out that I was the one who found her dog a couple days later, she drove all the way on Maryland Route 40 from Elk Pen to Baltimore just to give me a hug.
Wow, did you get any good karma from that?
To me, the lady's joy from reuniting with her dog was karma enough. But who knows? You're not always going to get it immediately. It could happen weeks or even years from now.
So a good deed counts as karma?
Of course. I went out of my way to help a stranger, didn't I? Besides, I've always wanted to look after a dog. Plus, I got some compliments.
We're proud of you, Lily. You saved that lost dog and got him back with his owner.
Oh, it was nothing.
To us, it was. You were at the right place at the right time. If any passenger service on this line were in that situation, we would have much time to help out.
Reminds me of last week when my engineer told me about the National Aquarium in Baltimore and how a lot of their sharks were collected from the Delaware Bay.
Well, I better get going now. Not only do I have to get to Washington, D.C., but I made a bet with Linda, the MP36 on train 536 today, that could get to BUI before a train does. Bonus points so I could get to Odenton first.
Everyone's leaving. If only I could join the fire department. When the bell rings, everybody goes.
Of course, she would get her big break 6 years later when Rocco wound up at Highland Valley. Anyway, back to the story. Lily, your story was moving. My respect for you went up. What's going on out here? I'm trying to buy this old army kitchen stove from World War II. It was originally meant to burn gas, but later converted to run on propane, which is obviously more stable. Cool. We were teaching Ben about karma, and Lily shared a beautiful story about when she rescued a dog. By the way, did you know Maryland was the first state to pass workers' compensation laws? Oh yeah, I heard that one. Well, I've got the good deed scenario for you. I like buying war relics, but some people are needier than we are. So when I got my paycheck 8 weeks ago, I went straight to the bank and split half it between cancer research, the Pittsburgh Animal Hospital, the Bethlehem Haven Homeless Shelter, and the Disabled American Veterans Organization in Chambersburg. Then I drove to the post office to mail them. That pair of World War II era Canadian Army boots had to wait. Wow. Never seen a railroader do that before. That's really grand of you. What good karma did you get from that? Well, I didn't do it just to get karma. Using the money for an M1 rifle or something of the sort would give you a good feeling for a few minutes, but helping others gives you a good feeling for a long time. Plus, you usually don't think about outcomes when you do these kinds of things. My full-time job here is so I can collect souvenirs. My part-time job at the fire department's what pays my bills. You work there too? One night a week. There are lots of things you don't know about me.
Well, I admire your way of looking at it.
Yeah, but you still need to be careful. On the contrary, no good deed goes unpunished. It was really just that one time. Now here's an example of bad karma. Don't know how long ago this happened, but a college professor from J. Sargent Reynolds in Richmond, Virginia told me that one morning he woke up with chest pain and had 95% blockage. When he went back to work about 6 weeks later, the supervisor made fun of his heart condition, saying that he worked too hard and was a white knight. But the next day he came in and got word that his supervisor had a massive heart attack and then died.
Whoa.
I mean, the guy wasn't evil or anything, but you don't make fun of someone's medical condition. You just don't.
But to be fair, worked too hard and white knight aren't exactly bad things to say about someone. But it wasn't cool of him to joke like that anyway.
I'm gonna say for the record that George Carlin made better jokes.
So, does getting a punishment for bad behavior count as karma?
It could.
Well, Ty, I heard you were the one who violently rammed 6 boxcars in an Nola yard and cussed those jeeps who didn't give you Conroe rolling stock yesterday. Is that right? Well, is it?
That is true, sir.
Well, I never. For that, I'm going to enjoy your next 8 assignments. Don't have you working near any unpainted ex-Conroe locomotives. I'm even going to run it through with the yard masters of the next area you work at. I'm also going to make sure they don't send you anywhere near the CRSA. In addition, that Scott Harley book you ordered, called Conroe Volume 2, 1983 to 1990, it's going to be confiscated the minute FedEx trucks arrive on my property. You can pick it up the next time you come by once your punishment ends.
No, sir. Please. Anything but this. I've been wanting that book for ages.
I'm sorry too, but you should have thought about that before you made a scene.
Aw, man. This sucks.
You should be careful, Ben.
I'll try.
Ben, do you not see the hazmat sign on those tankers? Or do you have a suicide wish?
Oh yeah. Lots of dangerous chemicals on CSX 8888's train.
What does that have to do with anything?
And of course the 8888 incident inspired the 2010 movie Unstoppable. We know. Anyways, 8888 became a runaway because CSX can't do anything right.
Eli, one more crack like that and I will sell you to CP for spare parts.
Fun fact, Canadian Pacific was going to get SCA Max, but they cancelled the order.
CNW did too. Now only us and CSX own them.
Do you two idiots have to research so much in your spare time and share random facts that have nothing to do with anything?
I learned it from Ben.
Of course. Ben, you need Marie's supervision.
Nicholas, let me tell you what you don't have is supervision.
Later that evening, as Eli and Don brought an empty coal train from Leetsdale into Reading for the RBMN, he saw Cameron stalling with a train bound for Charlotte, North Carolina.
Come on! Why won't you move already?
Lazy Cameron is so weak, he can't even move a boxcar containing one tiny paper clip. This shows how lethargic he is.
Don't mock him. Cameron, did you release your brakes?
Dang it! I forgot to!
Of course Cameron forgot to. It takes an engine with the intelligence of a rock to forget to release their own brakes. Either that, or he's really lazy. Ah! Hey! My brakes were still on!
That's karma for you.
Several days later, Nicholas and Marie arrived in Conway with 318. Ben was switching cars, much to Nicholas's worry.
Vincent van Gogh was one of my favorite artists of all time. I heard he was from the post-impressionist era, and another popular painting is School of Athens.
Hey! Be careful with those freight cars! Don't jostle them!
Whoops, guess I wasn't paying attention.
Marie, you should keep him in check. Nicholas and Marie went straight to the engine shops where the latter later assisted Ben with a local. They had to stop to collect some flat cars. Amok was waiting for clearance nearby.
Is Ben giving you much trouble, Marie? Nah, I can put up with him. We have some 4-axle locomotives who fall in a similar category. I had to watch one of them in Brunswick one time, and it was tough.
Wake up, you lazy engines. There's such a thing as too much sleep.
Would you just leave me alone? I'm exhausted.
We just got a brand new set of orders, and these came straight from Michael J. Ward in Jacksonville.
Rubbish. Listen here, you pillock. I am going back to sleep. If you dare wake me up one more time, I'll take you all the way to National Rail Equipment.
Stop it already! Look, I'm sorry about him.
I should think so too. Is peace and quiet too much to ask for?
I'm trying to keep him in order. I'm sorry again that he woke you up.
It's not you, Mocha. It's him. On a long haul from Grafton, the crew is in a grumpy mood, and I just want to get some rest.
I understand. I'm gonna let you go back to sleep now.
Thank you.
I know. I'll add this bad ordered car to the train just for laughs.
Don't even think about it. I'm not letting you violate FRA rules.
Oh, come on, Tiffany. I'll take them right off.
I'll take that, thank you. Now, go grab the hoppers from track 3 and bring them over here for Tiffany. I'll be watching.
Oh, okay.
You handled it well, Momoka. Maybe you can keep an eye on Ben if I need a break. Nice try. Oh, my signal's green. I'm setting off. Bye.
See you later, Momoka. Why was your signal red?
According to dispatch, an auto rack train ahead of us went into emergency. They just fixed the issue. According to dispatch, an auto rack train ahead of us went into emergency. They just fixed the issue and got moving again.
Is that so? Looks like CSX is unreliable.
Ben, stop. There is no excuse for degrading any railroad. Would you like it if someone teased you about the grade crossing accident you had?
No, I wouldn't.
Then keep your mouth shut before you keep spreading bad karma.
Is Marie going to be okay watching Ben by herself, Lily?
Yeah. If anyone can keep Ben in order, Marie can.
Well, it's awful nice of her to keep Ben out of trouble.
It's nice of Dawn to supervise Eli too when she's around, but she's rarely around, and even so, Eli's more stubborn than Ben.
Yeah, Ben listens better. If they were dogs, Ben would be obedient while Eli would pee on the floor, chase cats, or chew on shoes and furniture.
Most of my job, Marine's been a big help. I will say, I do not tolerate safety violations. There's nothing but trouble and lawsuits waiting to happen.
That evening, Nicholas, Lily, Taduka, and Ryuzi had a train to take out of Pittsburgh.
Well, the crew just pulled in from the Crown Plaza Hotel in South Hills Village and signed on for dinner.
Isn't that the fancy hotel where in the breakfast room they have those waiters and waitresses to refill your water glasses even when you've only taken one sip? I've heard some crews talking about that one.
That's the one!
Do you think Ben is going to do anything stupid?
I hope not.
Me too. When I told him to bring me a tennis ball, he brought me a baseball. Then he said I could do the next Babe Ruth.
Come on, Taduka, saddle up. Let's get going before Ben delays us. We're actually moving? Ben didn't apply the handbrakes on the cars? He didn't spill oil on the tracks?
Nope, I've got him under control.
Thank you, Marie. You're brilliant.
Aw, it was gonna be fun.
No! That's bad karma.
Hey Marie, wanna hang out after work? We can watch Tom's, Family Guy, In the Heart of the Night, Bill Nye Science Guy, and more. And maybe some movies too.
I'd love to, but I'm watching Ben. Sorry. Maybe another night.
Kart says, Engineer, turn my radio on.
This is NS512, Conway Switcher. Now listen to me, Benia. Give Marie back to me, or I'm gonna tear you bolt by bolt and throw your remains in the Allegheny River.
Oh, that's beautiful. Threatening somebody on the radio.
Ellie, you just threatened someone.
Yes.
250!
Dang it!
You're lucky you didn't say this near Aldenton, Maryland. That's not far from Fort Meade, where the NSA is headquartered. They can hear that.
Unfortunately, Marie could not keep an eye on Ben the whole time. She was sent off to Hagerstown on 38Q the next morning, and Ben was sent to Highland Valley, as he and Bridget were the only available switchers. 4 days later, disaster was to come.
Ben, I love working with you.
Same with you, Bridget.
Let's get all these cars sorted and we'll show them how good we are.
Well, Joseph Galloway wasn't as big of a traitor as Benedict Arnold. He was in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives from 1757 to 1775, and he returned to the British in 1776. Remember that he was opposed to the Revolution, but Benedict Arnold attacked Virginia after switching sides. True? Oh, you know, Ben and Bridget are the only switchers in the yard. They messed up my train once, and I remember them for that.
Alright, your train's ready.
Why is this train so hard to move? I'm even in row 8.
No killing, you saw under screaming over the river.
Joe, can you go investigate? What do you mean there was a portable derailleur? What the hell did you do that for?
It was just for fun. We didn't mean any harm.
You don't know what can happen. Now we have to call Crane Master to re-rail that car. We're gonna lose a boatload of time. We might get in trouble. Hold your laughter, because you will too when the yardmaster gets an earful. Well, I hope someone's watching. Anyways, you remember when Patrick Henry gave his famous Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death speech in St. John's Church.
Prevent a couple. Slowing down. Hey, I said slow down. Slow down, damn it, we're about to couple.